Our mission is to transform this beaten up $1,000 adventure bike into a true motocross weapon in order to race it at the gnarliest dirt bike event in the country. But we've only got a limited budget and time is definitely not on our side. The big event is approaching fast. Is it possible? Can we do it? We've got a daunting mountain ahead of us, and the climb starts here. In the last episode, you saw how we bought this written off Royal Enfield Himalayan from an auction for £800. And we showed you how Sean was able to get it rideable and road-worthy again. We took it to the motocross track to find out just how far off the Himi is compared to a real dirt bike. We uncovered its weaknesses and major flaws. We set our goals, which might seem pretty ambitious, and we laid down the rules for the project. So that sets us up for day one in the workshop. Weston Beach Race is right around the corner and the clock is ticking. So we're back in the workshop. It's been about 2 weeks since we was last at the track, since we was last looking at this bike. So that means it's only 7 weeks till Weston, time's ticking. But in those 2 weeks, we've been doing our research, we've been looking at the comments from the first video, and me and Phil have been doing a bit of shopping as well, looking for parts. So after our tests and after looking at the comments, we know the areas of weakness on the Himi here. So let's just go through those 5, I think there's 5 areas that we need to have a look at and improve before we even try and take this to the track again. So that's weight. We need to reduce the weight. We need some power upgrades. We need to increase the performance of this thing. It's pretty slow as it is. Then we've got suspension. Obviously, we're going to take this to the most extreme race in the country, so we need some suspension upgrades to be able to tackle that and survive. And in that suspension area, it's ground clearance.
Yeah, I think it's that's going to be the most important, is the ground clearance, but not too much, because then I won't be able to touch the floor.
So then the 4th area is, I'm calling it reliability. We need to make sure this thing can perform for 3 hours of grueling action at Weston. And in that we'll put in like the... Done? So unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
There's going to be a lot coming underneath that umbrella. So like parts like foot pegs, because we broke one of those, bars. Yeah. There's some other parts that will come under reliability. And then the final area that we want to change, it's our own ruling, is the looks. We want this thing to look like a motocross bike when we're finished. So there are 5 areas. We know where we need to start. We've got some parts with us already. We've got some more coming. So we'll tell you about those once we start the fitment. But job number 1 is start stripping, right?
Yeah.
So let's get the tools out. Let's get to work.
Old toolkit here, look. Should we keep that? What do you reckon?
Put that in the bum bag on the beach.
Fanny pack.
Put it in your fanny.
5 minutes in, 5 minutes in, that's it. You get this, Max? The new name for the Royal Mail, Royal Mail. Yes, Jess, the black and white cat. The new name for the Royal Enfield Himalayan. The Slug. Don't you think that's good? No, it suits it. What the what? I've got no idea what that's for, but we don't need it. Yes. Must have saved all of a kilo. See, that's how you make it look like a motocross bike, isn't it? Take the chain guard off. As you can see, we started stripping it from the back, just trying to get rid of all the stuff that we don't need, like indicators, lights, rear rack, chain guard. Just going to pull off the stands and everything now, but it's got a switch on it. So what I'm going to do is pull that off and then just bypass it. So we don't need that no more. Don't need no side stand or centre stand. So I'll get that off. How do I bypass it? Yeah. Do you want to put that a bit further in my face? Just join the wires together, it's that simple. It's literally just a contact switch, that's all that is. So when that goes down, it's push the wires together, makes contact, or it cuts the contact, it'll be one or the either. So you either just got to leave the wires so they're not connected, or you connect the wires up, just depends how the switch is. But basically that's it, simple, we think. We'll try it. Side stand switch, it's this little thing here. So we'll get it off. Is it one? Oh, look at that! Yay! Oh no. There it is. We'll be putting that back on because it won't start without it now. So basically, if the bike's in gear and the side stands down, or if it's in neutral and the side stands down and you put it in gear, it'll cut out. That's what that does. So you don't ride with the side stand down. So we're just going to try and see if we actually do have to bypass the side stand switch or not. So I'm just going to start it up, put it in gear and see if it cuts out. We've got a flat battery. Just pull clutch in. So now we'll see if it cuts out. Oh, look at that. We don't need it. Sorted. One less job to do. I like it, I like it. What is the next job?
Department struggling, John, what are you doing?
Just getting the split pins out for the centre stand. Got it. Can never be defeated.
You look like you need some new tools, Sean.
All right, Facebook Marketplace. Works wonders. It's hit the exhaust, isn't it? That's this bit here. I think I'll get away with just undoing that, dropping it down and just smacking it. Don't really want to take a load of stuff off yet that we don't need to. There's one thing I'm definitely doing. I'm definitely leaving the horn on. Is it nearly out? Has it done it? Sorted. Look how much ground clearance it's got now.
So we're making some good progress today, and I thought we'll just pause for a second and have a look at something that you guys in the comments mentioned. There's a lot of comments about this. There's actually lots of comments giving us tips and advice, which is really appreciated. So keep on giving us those down below. But one of the things that a lot of people said was that we need to check the frame, because the type of riding that we was doing in the last video, this bike was not designed for. So they said, check that frame for some cracks and some damage. So we're going to do that now, aren't we? And you've got some places you want to look at.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, any part of the frame that I think would, you know, suffer from a crack would be anywhere where there's a hole or something welded, but it all looks good here, you know what I mean? But that's where it would be its weak point. But what I did notice is these gussets that are welded in for the engine mounts, they're not fully welded, especially on the back. Look, come around here, Phil, look through there. And you can see on there, it's not, you know, it's only welded there and there. So we're going to weld them fully, so they're fully welded, and then that should give us a bit more strength and a bit more security. But I think on the sand, I don't think the wheels will be leaving the ground.
But we do have one more lap to do.
We do have the
test
lap,
track.
we do have a lap to do on a motocross track. So
doesn't look like we've done any damage yet, though.
No, and the bash plate. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it looks pretty good. I was expecting that to be mullered because it felt like it was hitting the ground everywhere, but. Well, I was just hoping to take it all off in one unit, but I can't. I've got to get it because it's connected to the speedo and you can't get the fixing on. Yeah. I think it looks less like a motocross bike now, doesn't it? Do you think it would work? That surprised me because everything's off it, isn't it? That is actually like saved a ton of time.
But I think the point of them is like they're meant to be easy to work on out of the rural India, so
that's proper saved a lot of time.
The less intrusive electronics, the better for them, isn't it? So
yeah. And the best thing about it now is no engine management light. It's gone. Stupid idea. I'm definitely keeping that on. Because we ain't gonna need that no more. What was that? The nut? Because we ain't gonna need it.
Too heavy.
Yeah, too heavy. We're just gonna run an open pipe like that, I reckon. Yeah, classic scrambles.
So as you can see in the video so far, we're working out of a new workshop space that Sean has gotten hold of, and it's looking a bit bare in there. He doesn't have too many tools, too many workshop accessories, so I'm going to go on to 24MX and see what workshop accessories we can find on the website to liven up Sean's workspace a little bit, make it a bit more comfortable for him maybe. And 24MX, of course, one of our awesome channel sponsors. So we have to say a big thank you to those guys. I'm just going to type in workshop and see what comes up on the 24MX website here. So there's a whole host of things that we could get Sean for the workshop. ProWorks magnetic bowl to catch all of our nuts and bolts. Workshop apron to keep them nice and clean. Maybe the ProWorks tyre machine, that might be a cool one to have. in the workshop. We're definitely going to be changing up the tyres a little later on in this video. There's a whole load of stuff on the 24MX website to make life easier in the workshop. I like the ProWorks garage stalls. We've got a couple of those already, but we don't have one in the new workshop. We've got the step stool as well, but again, not in the new workshop. So like I say, they've got so much stuff on the website to make your life easier in the workshop, but they've got you covered for all your dirt bike hard parts, accessories, pit products, and so much more, including those workshop products. So I'm going to carry on shopping here. Be sure to check out the link in the description down below, where you'll find the 24MX website, and you can go shopping for yourself for some workshop accessories. As always, a big thank you goes to 24MX. There's two areas of the build that we aren't quite sure on. That's the suspension and the tank. Here's an update on what we're thinking. Obviously, I said at the start of the video, there's a few different areas we're trying to improve this machine. One of those areas is suspension. The front forks on this aren't great, especially for what we're trying to do. Now, the comments, there was a load of suggestions in the comments of what we should do. We can get some upgraded forks of this, or we can try and fit some motocross forks. I said in the last video that I'd dig through our parts bin. What are these from? Yeah, from the Husserberg, yeah. From the Megalodon build. Yeah. So we've got these. That's an option for us. We're weighing up what we want to do, right? Yeah. So that's just one of the options that we've got. Another thing that we wanted to do with the build was make it look like a motocross bike as much as we could. And obviously this tank is...
That's the difficult part, I think.
You've already looked at this, haven't you? So
yeah.
Let's whip that off. And in the last video, you were saying what kind of motocross tank you could use because of the type of frame that we've got here.
Yeah.
And like this is a
spine frame, but as we discovered, then when we put this on, it's impossible. It's just not going to work because it fails with the engine. And then to get the tank where you want it, you know, the seat height would be up here. Yeah. So it'd be, you know what I mean?
Tall for you.
But I reckon it'd be tall for an Avatar, wouldn't it? And we
would love it.
Yeah, we're mega struggling on that. There might be a tank out there that you could possibly fit, but the tank isn't the problem. It's the seat height. It's marrying the seat to the tank, and the height of it would just be way too high.
Yeah, and the kind of restrictions we've given ourselves with budget and time, with the race obviously coming up, we don't have the luxury to spend weeks experimenting, ordering different things. So looks like we're going to have a crack on with the standard tank.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the only option.
Slightly change direction.
Yeah, unless you guys have got a better suggestion, but I think that's what we can, what we've got to work with at the moment. Because it's fuel injected as well. It's got you're restricted there because you've got to have a tank that. There's fuel injected tank, so you've got a pump in it. There is the option of running an external pump, but yeah, it could get a bit tricky. So yeah, I don't think we've got any other options really.
After this conversation, Sean had a bit of a brainwave.
I reckon if we get a coffin tank to fit, it would be really good. I mean, it is a lot more work. If you've got that space on the bottom of a coffin tank, you could quite easily cut a hole and create a plate and make that. But I don't think they're that wide.
So the conundrum of the fuel tank hasn't quite been solved yet, but stay tuned.
That feels a lot lighter. Don't forget your PPE. Got no idea. Just a bit of the frame that we didn't need. It was a side stand hanger, just to give us a bit more ground clearance because it did hang low. The bead of, can't you see the bead of sweat dripping? And it's not from the work. It was actually the nervousness of Phil watching, looking, is he cutting the casing? but there's nothing to see. There's nothing a bit of JB Weld can sort out.
So that's day one in the workshop drawing to a close. It's crazy where the time goes on these things. When you stand back, it doesn't look like we've got too far, but we are happy with our progress. So like I said at the start of this episode, me and Dad, we've been doing our research, we've been reading the comments as well, and in that first video we also asked for some help if any companies out there wanted to get involved in the project, and we had an awesome response, and we've actually got a delivery, a care package here from Tech Bike Parts. They're a company that make special parts for Royal Enfields and Triumphs mainly. They're based up in Newcastle, and they've got involved in the project, and they've sent us this package here of bits. So let's open it, let's see what they sent us. So we've got to say big thank you to Matthew at Tech Bike Parts for hooking us up. It's been absolutely...
Oh, he's left a little note.
Oh, can't wait to see how this turns out, guys. Best of luck, Tech.
Thank you.
There we go. Fuel-X, electronic fuel injector optimizer. Levers. DNA high performance air filter. Camshaft.
Look at that.
So that was one of the areas that people said we could make some quick and easy performance gains.
Yeah, look at that.
We've also got here YSS fork, an upgrade kit. This is another one of the things that so many people in the comments said we needed, was the YSS fork upgrade kit. Tech Bike Parts hooked us up with that, so a massive thank you to the guys for that. That's going to make a big difference. So at this stage it goes without saying, this is the route that we're going to go down. We're going to fit these rather than try and get the motocross forks on.
Yeah, I think so.
We think for the type of riding you're going to be doing on the beach, this is going to be perfect. Yeah. We don't need to go to the pain of trying to get them to fit, do we?
Yeah, so it hires the right height as well. So
which is the main thing that you're worried about, isn't it?
Yeah. So
one more thing then. I feel I like that. So another thing that we was worried about was how heavy the original exhaust pipe was on the Hemi. That's the OG.
It must be twice as heavy, surely.
So I think, looking at the specs and stuff on the website, this one, the new one from Tech Bike Parts, saves us 2 kilograms alone. 2.5 kilograms. So again, a massive thank you goes to Tech Bike Parts. If you need anything for your Royal Enfield Himalayan or Triumph, they do Triumph bits as well, check them out. I'll link them in the description down below. What a gift they've given us, look at this. Look at that.
And it's got a removable baffle. Not that we were taking that out at all.
Lex Tech. This, the Fuel-X thing is also something that a lot of people in the comments suggested as well. So it's been very cool that we've been able to get hold of the parts that you guys have suggested that we needed. It's been a productive first day in the workshop. We've made some good progress in terms of shedding weight, and we've collected some cool parts to add to the bike, but there's still a long way to go and time is forever ticking. It's going to be a tough task, but we are feeling confident. Unfortunately for our confidence though, it was another 2 weeks before we could schedule in a second day in the workshop, so the time pressure is really building now. Let's hope for another productive day. This project has been made possible by our awesome channel sponsors, Pewterline Motorcycle Oils. You'll see us using plenty of Pewterline products throughout this build, from fork oil to brake fluid and penetrating spray. Pewterline have so many different products on their website. Be sure to check them out next time you need to restock on your essentials. As always, a big thanks goes to Pewterline.
Does anyone know how these come apart? Some instructions.
I thought you was joking, Sean.
What? I don't know how to do it.
We need to read the instructions.
Yeah, I'll just look at the pictures, mate.
That's all I think.
We know we work with Puteline oils on the channel, and how interesting is this? So the YSS oil is actually manufactured by Puteline, which is pretty interesting, coincidentally. Feel the pump.
We've had an incredible response to this project, and we've had some help from some awesome companies, and we've just had a delivery from one of those companies, and that is Hitchcock's. If you have a Royal Enfield, you probably know about Hitchcock's. They're a dealer and a specialist, and they have a load of performance upgrade parts as well, which is what's in this box for us, and Sean's going through it now to see what goodies we've got in. They're a real fountain of knowledge. They've really helped us out on this project so far, so definitely check them out for anything Royal Enfield related. I'll link them in the description down below. So what we got there, Sean?
So we've got a decap front pipe. Got the dog bones for the suspension. That's going to raise it up. Some pivot foot pegs they've kindly sent us.
Yeah.
A ton of goodies in here. Front sprocket, clutch springs, clutch and chain. We've got upgraded sprockets here as well, I think. So that's the ABS delete, pump, everything. So they've sent us new lines so we can just direct from master cylinder caliper. And then we've got the YSS suspension kit. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? That's some serious factory bling, that is, isn't it? Look at that.
This shock is obviously going to complement the YSS front forks that we got from Tech Bike Parts, so we're good to go for suspension now. I think we've got a good setup. There's still a lot of work to go, and time is ticking. Yeah. We are now 6 weeks out from Weston. Did you know that?
It's 5 weeks, Rex.
No, I think it's 6.
Is it? It's first week of October, isn't it?
Just counted from today. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Right, well, let's get cracking then.
Right, so we're at the stage now where just going to take the ABS ring off because I don't need that no more. Put the upgraded YSS conversion springs and valve bit of damping in there. So I think that's going to give us the ride height that we need. I think it extends by about 15 mil, so and a lot stiffer. I've wound the preload all the way down because that's how I'll try it first, and then if it feels a bit harsh, I'll back it off a bit. But yeah, with the weight of the bike, I think I'll need, all the preload in. Get this ring off, get the tyre off, new tyre on, back in, caliper on, get rid of that ABS line, fit the new line, and bleed the brake up, then move on to the back. So I'm going to get hammered in the comments for doing this, but you know what, I don't care. Just give it a couple of blips. It's tight. Now I'm going to check them with my trusty torque wrench. There you go, YouTube fans. Check it. So tyre choice. So we're limited because it's got a 17-inch rear wheel. But yeah, luckily enough, my tyres do a 17-inch rear motocross tyre. It's a 130/80/17. So that was our only option. There's lots of options on the front because it's 21 inch, but we opted for a sand tyre because we're going to be on the beach. So yeah, that's good. This is even better. Look at that. Buggy tyre, that, isn't it? Yeah. the south.
Probably the main issue that Sean had on the test track when we took the standard Himalayan out for a ride was the ABS kicking in all the time. When we came back, that was the main thing that Sean wanted to sort out, and Hitchcock's actually suggested this here, which is an ABS delete, and Sean's fitting that now, which is hopefully solve those issues when we next hit the track when the build is complete. So Sean's going to fit that now. You know what you're doing, don't you?
Of course I do.
It's all nuts and bolts.
So we're just going to fit this new brake line on. Basically it's deleting the ABS, the pump and everything, so it goes directly from the master cylinder to the caliper, just like a conventional brake you'd get on a motocross bike or any off-road bike that doesn't have ABS. So quite simple. So I'm going to try and just draw it through rather than push it through. Might work, might not, who knows. Look at that, perfect. Let's find out what's behind this cover. Battery, ABS pump. It's packed in there well, isn't it?
So what are you trying to do at the moment? Or what are you doing?
Just taking the exhaust off, because then we've got to get to the ABS pump, which is right in the heart of the frame.
Is that this?
Yeah,
metal thing here.
Yeah. You see, I'm full of enthusiasm. You can tell that in my voice.
It's lunchtime. Quick, get Sean a Snickers.
Why is it so difficult? So I'm just putting the new brake line on, got rid of the ABS pump, so that's it, it's all gone now front and back. So now just bleeding the back one up. So again, it'll be direct line straight to the caliper from the master cylinder. So perfect, just how it should be. We'll have brakes this time. So we've just changed the sprocket on the front. We've gone down a tooth, just to give it a bit more, a bit more acceleration, a bit more poke. Going up 2 teeth on the back. This was supplied by Hitchcock, and they're specially made by Talon. So yeah, thanks to them for sorting that out. I think that's the maximum we can go. 2 teeth on the back, like up, and 1 down on the front, just to make it a bit more pokey along the straights. So just move the top collar round, because the grub screw was the other side, and I guarantee once the battery's in and all the rest of it, I won't have been able to get to it. So I've moved it to this side, because there's only a cover that goes on here and chain, so I could quite easily get to the grub screw, which is now this side. It's going to make it a lot easier when I adjust the ride height when we get it all set up. So we just got sent these ride height links, I call them dog bones, from Hitchcock's. So basically, if you look, these are shorter than stock, and with them being shorter, it raises the ride height. It's what we're after. Now they do make longer ones to make the bike shorter, but obviously we need as much travel as possible, so we're going for the short ones to make it higher. We'll get them put on. So I'm just plugging in the evap delete that we've been sent by Hitchcock. Basically, it's just a little clipping dongly thing that I guess tells the ECU that it's still all connected, so it won't flush up a fault on the Engine management, not that it makes a difference because we ain't running them clocks anyway. Who knows?
We're now going to fit the DNA high performance air filter that we got from Tech Bike Parts. So we're going to make the bike breathe a little better when Sean's on the beach. So we're going to fit this now, aren't we?
Yep. So basically, it's just that goes in there, and put that plate on there.
This is the old one you've got there.
So that's the old configuration. So that basically sits in the air filter, and that's the snorkel that goes on the end, and you can see, look, it's quite restricted. Now it's just basically wide open. Obviously the side panel's going to go on, so it's not going to be open to the elements, but it's certainly going to breathe a lot better.
So obviously we are trying our best to build a motocross bike here. So we've got to put some Renthals on it. There you go, Sean. They are from our parts bin. They've been in the garage for God knows how long, but they're going on the Hemi now. We've got the friendliest bend that we had for Sean, and they should do the trick, right? Oh yes, that was that was sexual. That was sexual. So we're about to call it quits on day 2 in the workshop. It's been a really productive day. We just started putting the throttle on, which is going to be a little bit more complicated than you first thought, isn't it?
So it always is, and it's never just an easy bolt-on thing. There's always going to be something.
Press pause there. You're gonna have to think about what you need to do with that, and then when we next hit the workshop, hopefully we'll have a solution for the throttle.
Yep.
We'll then start on the engine work to get some more ponies out of this baby. We're going to keep on going. So this Hemi looks like a real, legit motocross bike. So that is where we are going to wrap things up in this video. We've made some great gains in a couple of our key areas. We've sorted the suspension and we've saved a load of weight. We've even gone a long way in making the machine more reliable for competition with a few of those upgrades from Tech Bike Parts and Hitchcocks. But there's still a long way to go in terms of performance and getting this thing to look like a legit dirt bike. And if I'm being honest with you, this is taking longer than we first thought. We might have bitten off more than we can chew. I can feel some long days and nights in the workshop coming our way, because the beach beckons and we will not miss it. Be sure to subscribe to keep up to speed on all things Project Himalayan MX.